Hello viewers, my name is Ian, and today we are taking a look at a car mod in BeamNG.drive known as the Ibishu Claria. So for starters, the Ibishu Claria is an old 1970s era station wagon. Is an old Japanese 1970s era station wagon, made by Ibishu. It takes design elements from cars like the Ibishu Mera and looks very similar to another car mod known as the Ibishu Celtia. This mod is a very fun and good mod, so let's get started. First of all, we're going to see how it performs in a sub 50 mile per hour crash. As you can see here, the car takes quite a bit of damage from the impact at 55 miles per hour. The crumple zone has been compromised, as you can see by the bending of the roof here. This car has very good damage compared to some other car mods I've seen, and in fact, it's probably very good, so good that it can be mistaken as a actual car made by the BeamNG devs. This car comes with quite a few variations. This car has a very well developed JB. As you can see, there's no parts of the body that have like spikes on them, and you can see all the different nodes as I try to grab here. This car, when you look into the interior, it's very detailed with working steering wheel, working gauges, and functional mirrors. This car comes in quite a few different variations, so let's see all of them. Excuse my computer for being so slow, I really need to get a better computer. As you can see here, we have quite a few variations, including a derby variant, a van, a drift car, and a race variant. So let's start off with the van variant. As you can see, compared to the normal car, the van has no rear seats and is paneled, and its windows are paneled up. It is unlike the other cars. It is completely unchanged from the base variant. But you can add extra performance parts if you wanted to. Over to the next variant. I'm only gonna go over the cool variants. So the GT. The GT is the GX variant. The GX variants are mid-tier models. And have this really cool green interior, and have this kind of disgusting green interior, which is not really to my liking. Anyway, yeah, it's slightly faster than the others, but it's still not as fast as the fastest models. Let's go over jump with it. As you can see, the car is quite durable, even though the engine is damaged. This car tends to slide around a bit, so be careful while driving this. Next up is the GT variants. GT variants are sportier models which have upgraded engines. For example, the other base models had 2.4 liter engines, but this one has a 2.6 liter engine. It also boasts different wheels, a different interior, and is slightly faster. Next variant is the Lux variant. Deluxe variants are more luxurious up-top trim models. They get that, which can be offered with either a manual transmission or a Claria automatic transmission. Let's check it out. As you can see, these luxury trims have different wheels, slightly different exterior, a slightly different exterior, two-tone paint job, and a nice red interior. Since these are luxurious models, they should have softer suspension. Moving on, we have the GTZ variant, which is a top performance model which is a high performance model, and is the fastest model that you can get from stock. As you can see, it is quite different from the original, because it comes with blacked out wheels, a larger exhaust, front splitter, and a roof spoiler. And you already know that all those different speed boosts. It is quite faster than the other models. Let's see if we can hit a jump. And never mind, that actually wasn't a jump. Moving on to the more cool variants, we have the Derby variant. This variant has a cool livery, which is a former police variant with sponsors such as for paint and plumbing. Now let's see how well it can take a hit from a base Ibishu Celtia. As you can see, it comes with bars on the windows, a roll cage, and a stripped down interior. All of this strengthening makes the Claria much better at sustaining damage than something without a roll cage, such as this Celtia. Moving on, we have the multiple tuning variants, including a drift variant. The tuner variant, since I cannot drift, we should do the tuner variant. This tuner variant comes in a nice, cool yellow paint job, black wheels, white body kit, roof spoiler, and front splitter. This one is quite loud and drifty. And slidey. And it is slightly faster than the stock variants. Takes an instant crash into the wall, 70 miles per hour. That was pretty bad. If you were to drive in the front seat of that crash, you are definitely dead. As you can see here, the steering wheel is literally where your pelvis would be. That's gotta hurt. But surprisingly, the engine still works. Unfortunately, it cannot drive anymore. And finally, we have the most extreme variant. The race car. This race car comes with a nice looking livery. White body kit, front splitter and rear spoiler, along with the roll cage and a stripped down interior, plus racing seats. It also comes with an upgraded engine. And that means that it can go extremely fast. As you can see, well over 100 miles per hour, and now we're gonna crash it into this wall. That was a pretty bad crash. But as you can see, the roll cage allowed the passenger cell to remain remain slightly intact during that crash. Although again, the engine is where the driver is supposed to be. So I still think that you're dead. So now that we are done with this review, we are going to go to the car jump arena and send this thing flying down the ramp. So for this, we are going to send down the race variant because that's the fastest variant. And who wouldn't want to send down a race wagon down a giant cliff? Alright. Let's do this. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if it can make it all the way down. Head off the ramp at about 155 miles per hour, and there we go flying. Let's see if we will make it at about past the 600 mark. Looks like we made it down about in one piece. Made it to the sun, and I think we can still keep on driving. That was nice. And we make it into the wall. Now I'm gonna see if I can do this. Survived pretty well through that landing, although it does have a damaged exhaust, and it's turning slightly to the left. Now let's see how well it can survive without a roll cage. Expecting it to survive any better. Any better than the last one. And we're gonna fly off the ramp at about 140 miles per hour. This time, we don't make it past the 3, we take quite a bit of damage to the rear of the car. Now we reach the sand, and it looks like that the car has survived pretty well, except for the back. And yeah, that's about it. So that concludes our review of the Ibishu Celtia, to my personal opinion. In my opinion, I think that this mod is a great mod. If it was in a spot that the BeamNG doesn't have, and it's very well developed. It looks extremely great, and to top it off, it has a well-made JV that makes for some awesome crashes. And I rate this mod a 10 out of 10. That concludes this review. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Like and subscribe and share this video. And thanks for watching. So, goodbye.